Lucie, when it comes to a software vendor to kickstart, potentially just discover a potential partnership with another organization. For
Mm.
example, if I am in the fintech industry, I have my solution. I'm the vendor, and I'm trying to close potentially a partnership with a company, specialized in fraud prevention. They are delivering services to your audience.
Mm.
So I want to sign with them. I know they are working with the clients I want to capture, right?
Mhm.
And so, what's your advice on starting to having a discussion with them to discover their install base of customer?
Yeah.
How can we kind of share more information about
Yeah.
our own customers and prospects before signing an agreement? Because we need to check that there is a fit between us before we, invest
Yeah.
more time. So what are your advice? What should I share? What should I not share?
Mm.
Can you develop on that, please?
Well, firstly, you said we speak about partnerships, so we need to make sure that the discussion will be a win-win for business. And
Mm-hmm.
afterward, so we are going to speak about our customers, our strategy, and how we can find synergy and collaboration. And to do that, of course, we need to exchange some data on you said we work in B2B.
Mm-hmm.
So our
Yeah.
customers, they are companies. So in this case, we have to go back on um, the definition to understand really well what is the personal data potentially bringing risk on the data sharing.
Yeah.
So you are going to tell me, but Lucie, we speak about companies, so that's okay. There is no personal data. Alors, you're right, but not totally. So in this case, all the name of the company, the postal address of the company, or maybe the info at the name of the company, this kind of email, they are not personal data.
Mm-hmm.
But for example, Lucie Loiseau at datacashsolution.com is personal email, is personal data. Why? Because there is my name. At the moment that there is my name or the information is related to someone, an individual, this is personal data. It's allowed to identify me. So my email with my name, my mobile number, this kind of information, they are personal data, even if they are related to my company. That's why often the error that we do is to send information with the name of the contact. And to limit the risk, you can send information, share information, but don't send the name of the person or the contact details of the person. So this is often one of my advice when I started when I start to discuss with the company, they want to exchange information. They say, no,
Mm-hmm.
that's okay. This file is only information on the company. And I say, okay, can you show? I would like to see, please. Can you see? Can I see? And they showed me. And in this case, I see that there is the name, there is Lucie, there is Thomas. And I said, no, just avoid to send this information. Because if we really identify partnership after analysis, we are going to be able to find Lucie or Thomas on LinkedIn. And it means on LinkedIn that we already gave our agreement to share our information on LinkedIn for business purpose. So, but if I share the list of my contacts, of my customers with the list of the contact to Thomas
Mm-hmm.
without the consent from my customers, the contact, I am in breach with the regulation. And if they discover, if you said, oh yes, Lucie, send me the information, they won't be really happy against me. So we have to pay attention also for our reputation. At the end, okay, this is regulatory stuff, but it's also the reputation, the good practice, and the goodwill as well. So that's why it's important to minimize. Sometimes the software lists some information like the name, even if you don't need this information, this is the right question to ask to yourself. Do I really need this information? If you don't need, don't store it, don't take it, don't collect it. And like that, you will minimize also the risk that you have and the obligation that you have to provide for the regulators. So that's great. That's positive. It minimizes the cost.
Well, thank you for that. I think that, when two partners are working together, um, what is important is co-marketing, is do
Yeah.
marketing together. So instead of you as the vendor, um, kind of breaching, by getting information you should not get,
Mm.
or you should better do marketing with your partner. So
Yeah.
basically, your partner already has the consent of his client. And basically, instead of you trying to, I would say, prospect directly their
Mm.
clients, which is not a good approach, as we mentioned
No.
before. You
Mm.
should better like organize, for example, a breakfast and learn,
All
or you should
together.
do a webinar,
Mm.
or co-build like a playbook or a
Yeah.
white paper on how
Mm.
you deliver value together.
Mm.
This is potentially a way better approach than than you yourself, your account executives,
Yeah.
bypassing the partner and contacting the end clients, their clients. That's what's happening all the time, but that's
Yeah.
definitely not the right approach.
But
And
you know,
you mentioned the reputation, and
yes.
yes, having the right approach, as you mentioned before, knowing the regulations, makes it's a big deal because it makes you different from competitors. If you the way you operate says a lot about your business.
Yeah.
So I agree with you that
Mm.
it's a reputation point.
And I have a simple example. When you look for maybe you look for new leads. For
Hmm.
example, you are going to look for maybe on LinkedIn, and you identify someone
Hmm.
that one of your real contact knows. And so if you contact this new contact, potentially with a new lead, directly,
Hmm.
you have less chance that you are going to transform. But if you contact your friend, maybe that you really know, and if this person make an introduction, it will be more successful for sure. And this is exactly the same when you do some co-marketing. Of course, if we make together, it will be the good of opportunity for me to introduce you or for you to introduce me, really, and the people that are going to know us with the your trust or my trust. So it's really important and valuable by this way for business as well.
Well, thank you for this. So yeah, not bypassing your partner, follow their guidance. They have the relationship, they own the relationship,
Yeah.
and then they introduce you and just respect this order. And
Mm.
as you mentioned, it will convert way better than if you bypass the partner, right?
Yes, definitely.
Excellent.
Question of trust as well. Yeah. And ethic.
That's clear. Thank you so much, Lucie.
Thank you, Thomas.